Hopefully it's not too bad by what I've already seen, but obviously I want to show you guys as well. That was literally totally that was not supposed to happen, guys. That was not supposed to happen. Man, I really miss the old girl. Set my camera up here. Hopefully you guys can see me. What is up, YouTube? How's everybody out there doing today? I hope you guys are having a fabulous, amazing day. God, I really miss my truck. So, as you guys know, we'll do a little story time here in the diesel. The diesel's been sitting for a little bit because the diesel's been having little issues. I've been driving my, hold on a minute, turn my camera around. I've been driving my Honda right here. And there we go, face it again. And I really like the Honda. It gets great gas mileage, but I do miss having my truck. And the reason, if you haven't seen in previous videos, the reason why I haven't driven my truck is because it's been having some little bit of a tranny issue. I had it out one day messing around, and unfortunately the tranny's doing some goofy stuff. It ended up popping up with a solenoid code, and you know, I don't know if that was the case, if that was a problem or not, excuse me, but basically what I did was I checked for any clogs in the cooler. I checked some of the plugs on the transmission because the truck did go mudding a week or so prior to this happening, so maybe there's water in the plug or water in some place. I didn't find any water. I'm not saying that there isn't any water damage in an electrical component of the transmission. I don't know. And there is a freaking lantern fly right there. If I had my key on me, I'd freaking turn the wiper on here and kill that thing. Lantern bugs are becoming a real big issue here in PA, guys. A real big issue. They're killing everything, like literally killing everything. So anyways, back to the little sucker. Anyways, back to my story. The truck's been sitting. I haven't really been dealing with it too much. I've been dealing with the bird, trying to get the bird to run, you know, properly, and it's running okay, but it still has a little bit of an issue there. We're still slowly figuring it out, slowly, you know, but surely. So today I figured, you know, since I checked for any clogs in the cooler in the front of this truck, and the fluid is 100% red, smells deliciously good. I wouldn't drink it, to be honest. It doesn't smell burnt up or smoked or anything of that nature. I figured today what I would do is drain the fluid out of the pan, which is very simple, drop the pan down and take a look at the pan and see if there's any material in the pan. If I drop the pan and there's no material in the pan, which I'm hoping and praying that this is just an electrical issue causing it not to have a reverse and to have a delay in engagement, which is what the problem is with this truck right now. It's just kind of acting weird. It's not slipping or anything goofy like that. It's just kind of acting weird, you know. If it's just an electrical issue, then great. I'm going to replace the solenoids inside. I'm going to replace the wiring harness inside, which I think I replaced the last time I rebuilt it. And keep in mind, I did rebuild this transmission, this Allison transmission, about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, and it's got about 40,000 miles on it of literally burnouts, drag strip running, and just all kinds of dumb shit. So it's been beat on. This has not been babied at all since I built the transmission the first time. So if unfortunately the transmission has failed and there is clutch material in the pan, which I'm praying there isn't, then we know we're gonna have to rebuild the transmission, which we'll do at a later date. But I figured you guys probably miss the Duramax as much as I miss the Duramax. And you know, let's do a little video on the Duramax. So basically what it's going to be about is me dropping the pan. We're going to go ahead and look inside the pan and see what we have, guys. So let's get started. Alright, so we have our bolt loose, we have our pan. See if I can hold the camera while pulling this out. Kind of a difficult task to do, not gonna lie. Plus I'm underneath a truck on my back, which also doesn't help matters very much either. And look how red that fluid looks. That's what leads me to believe. I mean, look at all my hand, how red it is. It doesn't smell, it looks beautifully clean. So we'll let that drain in there until it's completely empty, and then we'll go ahead and pull this pan down. But like I said, I mean, you can see how red that fluid is. Let's get over here in the light there a little bit. Look how red that is in the light. So I'm not thinking that there's a any internally issue like with the transmission. I'm thinking more along the lines of a solenoid or valve body issue possibly. Alright guys, as you can see the pan's down. Here's our solenoids right there in the back. The fluid looks pretty clean. We're going to go ahead and take the oil pan, the actual transmission pan of this transmission, into the shop. We're going to take a look at the oil, take a look at any debris that might be inside that pan. Hopefully it's not too bad by what I've already seen, but obviously I want to show you guys as well. That was literally totally that was not supposed to happen, guys. That was not supposed to happen. Oh my god. let's go inside and take a look at the pan. The filter just literally dropped out. That was funny as freak, not even lying. Alright guys, so we have the pan here, and it doesn't look too bad. I've definitely seen worse pans in my lifetime, but there is, I don't know if you guys can see that, there is a little bit of clutch material right there. Not a whole lot though, to be honest. The fluid's kind of not dirty. The magnets, I mean, I have two magnets in here, and I mean, there's some metal on them. Like I've said, I've seen worse magnets than this in my career of building transmissions and stuff in the past, and I've built transmissions for years, and I've seen a lot worse than this with vehicles still running and stuff. But I'm gonna possibly say there's probably some wear and tear on the clutches in here. But I wouldn't say the transmission's 100% kaput, for example, or I wouldn't say the transmission's destroyed. I would just say there's some normal wear and tear, some clutch material in here, not a whole bunch. I don't think it's enough to justify it doing what it's doing, basically, but I could be wrong. Alright guys, as you can see, the pan has a little bit of stuff in it. Not too bad. I'm not really too concerned about it. Maybe there is still an internal transmission issue going on with it. I'm not really sure. But basically, that's it for this video. We're going to do like a step-by-step on diagnosing this freaking truck, and I want to show a little bit more detail on how to do that between dropping the pan, obviously, which is this video right here, and then the next video is going to be testing the solenoid. So the next video I come out with on the Duramax is I'm going to test all the solenoids. I'm going to find out what the ohmage is supposed to be on each solenoid, and see if that matches up with the solenoid as well. The other thing I need to check is the ECU or the TCM underneath the fan shroud there in the engine bay, and see if there's any wires. I've heard that wires can unplug themselves basically out of the actual, you know, TCM plug, and maybe I'll do a video combined with checking the plug and checking the ohms on the solenoids in the transmission as well, just to see if we find any discrepancies there or whatnot. The other thing I've heard is the bore inside of the valve body could be bad, and I might possibly need a valve body as well, but it's hard to tell at this point what's going to happen. Maybe I'll drop the valve body out in a separate video, who knows. But we'll do one thing at a time here, see what we can figure out, and hope for the best. Hopefully we can get Duramax back on the road again, good old green beast, and you know, start driving it. Like, I really miss the truck and I want to drive it again. It's full of diesel too, go figure. I filled it up and then this happened. So other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Instagram, DiabloFormula Racing. Facebook is also DiabloFormula Racing. Deuces, guys.